play. Well, Philly's offensive line so impressive. Alan Barbary, though, gets to start at right tackle for the suspended Lane Johnson.
And the defense isn't set yet.
50% on 4th downs last year. Sproles up the middle, first down and more. Darren Sproles off to the races. Can he get there? Yes, touchdown Philadelphia.
That was all tempo by Chip Kelly. He called it right after they missed on the 3rd and short. He said snap, quick snap it. And the Jacksonville Jaguars were very late getting set. They were fatigued. They'd had enough.
They were lazy getting up to the ball, no doubt.
That's what did. They ran it right up the middle of the formation.
And his overall football ability.
3rd down and 5. Foles looking deep for Hurts. He's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 25-yard touchdown.
Sorry, Mike, as a football player, you look at it and say, oh, he caught that ball. Come on. But
the litmus test is always if you call it with your brothers in the backyard as a catch, it stays a catch here, too.
Correct, but they need a little bit more to overturn that.
Macklin is wide open. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 68-yard score.
That's Chip Kelly's offense. Even though it's the first play of the drive, they come out and they catch Jacksonville in a blown coverage. And because of all the different personnel and all the formations, somebody drops Macklin and forgets all about him. And all Foles has to do is throw it out.
And we talked about the effect of that run game with LaShawn McCoy, Darren Sproles. The play action is set up off of that. That's why Chip Kelly is so committed to steps.
40 and counting. Jacksonville can't stop the clock. They trail by 10. They had a 17-0 lead, but Philadelphia has scored 27 unanswered. Here in the second half, the ball is out. Loose ball. It's picked up by Fletcher Cox. The big guy rumbles in.
You look at Gus Bradley right there, and you wonder how he's going to handle this situation with his team. I think we know what his attitude's going to be, but what a disheartening end to this ball game when you look at how much control the Jaguars team was in that first half. It was a domination.
Knock it across the goal line and make it a one-score game.
Yard line in tonight. 11 snaps, 9 yards. McCoy got low, got under the defenders, and looks to be in. LaShawn McCoy, touchdown. Again a run at Sproles, bouncing to the outside. Macklin blocks on the edge. Sproles inside the 5, keeps going. Pinballs to the end zone. The Eagles on their way to tying the game.
Get a ticket and go watch the Eagles play.
Philadelphia struggled in the first half in the red zone. From the 6, it's full. Seeking, throwing, end zone touchdown, Macklin. An extra point from retying the game at 27.
That's what you want to see from Nick Foles. Tight window delivery, touchdown Eagles at crunch time, and once again.
Penalty for hands to the face. Helped out Washington, and Kirk Cousins took advantage of it. And now Chris Polk will take it out of the end zone. And have room. Gets around the kicker. Now foot race. Polk is going to go. No flags. Touchdown. Only guy was Adam Hayward, who had a chance to get to him, and Polk, who was inactive, Troy, with a bad hamstring in week 1, proves that he's healthy as he wins on a 102-yard kick return for a touchdown.
Well, middle return, couple good blocks. Trey Burton as well as Brad Smith there in the middle helped with the exception of Jason Hatcher, which is a great acquisition, as well as Ryan Clark at safety.
Foles, end zone wide open, the rookie, touchdown Jordan Matthews. And he'll keep it, that's his first. Foles is going to grab it for him. An 11-yard touchdown to Jordan Matthews.
And to be able to get their field goal team on the field.
Mike Pereira agrees back in L.A. that was not a horse collar. Good no call. Pass end zone. There he is. He's got two. Jordan Matthews for the touchdown.
It's the exact same route that he ran earlier for the touchdown on the seam. Offensive staff, some credit, as well as Jeff Stoutland, their offensive line coach. He's been scrambling throughout this game.
Play action, Foles got a man. Touchdown, Philly. Jeremy Maclin.
Jordan Matthews down that seam throughout this game. This time they have Matthews inside. They got Maclin just outside of that.
Barwin and Cole were there. Fletcher Cox as well. And now out of the back of his end zone, it's blocked. And for the touchdown on the recovery, touchdown Philadelphia. And it was the sack that set it up. Brad Smith ends up on top of it for the touchdown. And it's 6 quick points on the board for Philadelphia.
There in Tampa, it looked like they were going to leave Pittsburgh with a loss, and they pull one out.
First for Lovey. Now the head coach in Tampa Bay on third down. Pass is picked up, thrown right into the waiting arms of Malcolm Jenkins. And Jenkins has got his third pick. Still going. Jenkins for the touchdown.
That's Malcolm Jenkins just being a ball player right there. It looked like it was going to be man coverage, but Kaepernick had a relatively easy throw to pick up that third down and just made an errant pass.
Sproles waits for it. That was almost blocked again as Polk got in there. Sproles from inside the 20. A flag as it looked like they had a face mask. Sproles with Lee to beat. Sproles for the touchdown. More special teams magic for Philadelphia. A flag is down, but it looks like for a face mask, and it is.
Big challenge for them today with those big tight ends. Johnny Hecker, his kick is blocked. Eagles have done it again. They scored a touchdown on a block punt last week in San Francisco. And for the second time in 2 weeks, it is Chris Baragos on the return for the Eagles score. Just dominating on special teams. First and goal from the 9. 3 receivers to the right. Foles looking for Cooper in the end zone. He goes up and makes the catch for an Eagles touchdown.
That's just great athleticism by Riley Cooper right there.
Unbelievable.
Janoris Jenkins is not in bad position. It's one-on-one jump balls to Jenkins.
It's the worst starting field position today for St. Louis, following the penalty on the return. From the 11-yard line on first down, Davis loses the football, and it is taken in for a touchdown. Cedric Thornton. The Eagles have yet another touchdown on a return. Their 5th in the last 2 weeks.
I think Jake Long got beat inside, gave up the sack, then had an opportunity to recover the ball.
Off the fake to McCoy. Falls, fires, end zone, touchdown.
conversations going on in the secondary.
Zone this off here.
Foles back, bunch three receivers to the left. Foles goes to the right, and it is Ertz touchdown. Zach Ertz, and he was working against the corner, Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And the Philadelphia Eagles go 81 yards in 10 plays.
Bands to signify I'm the guy to watch.
2nd and 4. Rolling right, buying time, wide open, touchdown, James Casey. The number 3 tight end gets free for 26 yards and a score.
They get exhausted when they have to go play after play like this.
This is the 8th play of a drive that started back at the 3-yard line. Sproles with an escort, turns the corner, gets to the end zone. Touchdown. Malcolm Peters provided the convoy, and they go 97 yards in 4 minutes.
The Redskins next Sunday on 2nd and 10. Foles, a quick pass to Macklin. Jeremy Macklin. Eagle in the end zone. Touchdown.
Good play call over there.
The team to play together in the toughest spots, protecting a 4-point lead. Foles airing it out deep for Macklin. Touchdown Eagles. "54 yards, Nick Foles to Jeremy Macklin."
Sproles is the back. He'll go left. Cooper set the edge, and Sproles scores.
Brett Selleck at the point of attack has done a lot for this Eagle running game. Carolina has struggled covering kicks. And Sproles averaging over 15 yards a return. Got to be real careful with this ball.
Brad Nortman gets it away. Good kick. 55 yards. Sproles to the 35. Hits the accelerator. Sproles at the 40. Fakes out Nortman. Darren Sproles gone. Touchdown Eagles.
Why you would punt the ball to Darren Sproles in the middle of the field, I have no idea.
Right back on it. Sanchez. Boot. Throw. End zone. Matthews. His drive. His touchdown. What a start for the Eagles.
This is like Escape from New York, Mike. Mark Sanchez putting on a show. Should deliver here.
Newton threw it right to Fletcher. Bradley. Fletcher. Pick 6. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Bad throw. Bad communication. Bad results. A simple hitch route on the outside from the shotgun.
So erase the Selleck touchdown and give one to McCoy instead.
First time I've seen Shady McCoy score in 6 weeks, the longest drought of his Eagle career, but that was no contest.
Philadelphia turns around and goes to play Green Bay next Sunday at Lambeau. Beautiful touch. It's Matthews. For the second time tonight, the rookie Jordan Matthews out of Vanderbilt with a touchdown.
Got to credit Sanchez again. This is an all-out blitz. He saw it the whole way, and Charles Johnson is supposed to read out of the blitz and cover.
Job applying a lot of pressure on a defense. Here's a throw as they fake the handoff. It's Matthews. He's going to go in for the touchdown. He had 2 last week, and he's got 1 here today. And the Eagles finally get it into the end zone. He moonlights a little bit at quarterback. Sanchez fakes the handoff. He's got Macklin. And Macklin is going to reach for the touchdown. Jeremy Macklin into the end zone from 20 yards out from Mark Sanchez, and maybe a little something to feel good about.
Tennessee will kick it away. Number 11, Josh Huff, is deep for the Eagles, and we are underway at Lincoln Financial Field. We'll run this one out of the end zone. To the 20, and here he goes up the sideline. Huff! Can he outrun the last tackler? He will! Touchdown, Eagles! ...107 yards. The second kickoff return for a touchdown by the Eagles this season.
Well, if you're Ken Wisenhunt and the Tennessee Titans, that's not the way you want to start when you decide to defer and give the ball to the Eagles first. You understand the Eagles have a high-powered offense, but the fact that they get that return.
Same guy. Same guy. Please, everybody. Second and goal. Sproles, left side, to the end zone. Touchdown.
Good placement of the football there by Mark Sanchez along that sideline where only Riley Cooper can catch it.
Right back at him. McCoy to the end zone for the touchdown.
And Greg, that's the answer the Eagles needed. Just when this game, momentum-wise, seemed to be turning a little bit towards the Titans. They get the score to get.
You saw there on the sideline the fleet veteran wide receiver Ryan Schwenke. Sanchez on the move, throwing, end zone, touchdown. James Casey. His second touchdown of the season.
And that is a great throw by Mark Sanchez after the play fake.
Suffer to hit, now second and goal. Yeah, they bring the corner blitz. Brandon Carr. Here's Sanchez keeping a touchdown. And a terrific opening drive by the Philadelphia Eagles. Here on the road, not dealing with much crowd noise at all. And Sanchez takes his team right down the field and into the end zone.
Many opportunities is what he's had, certainly last year. He's gotten a lot of them here in this first quarter.
Sanchez out to his left, throws across the field. He's got Matthews for the touchdown. And Mark Sanchez and this Philadelphia offense putting on a clinic here in the first quarter in Arlington, Texas.
A running quarterback, but you do have to be able to pick up those kinds of yards when they're available.
Here's McCoy. He's got a first down. LaShawn McCoy is gone for the touchdown, no flags.
I told you the best.
He was playing around with the media after the big game last week, 130 yards against the Titans, saying, oh, really, I'm not the same back. He's showing it again. Here's Macklin, touchdown.
Joe, when they motion Jeremy Macklin and nobody goes with him, you've got to be really good with ball location as a quarterback.
Here's one down the sideline. Pass caught. Ertz. He's in for the touchdown. can see the action.
In the game, in the backfield. And they give it to him, and he's going to take it into the end zone on his first carry of the night. Chris Polk for the touchdown.
What a block here by Evan Mathis. Welcome back. Not had a good year, and he is a big money cornerback for the Cowboys.
Chris Polk is the running back. He's already scored a touchdown tonight and make it a pair. Touchdown Eagles. "17 unanswered points. That is after the extra point. Upcoming, it's going to make it a 4-point game after the conversion. They've got McCoy and Sproles both in the game. Here comes Sproles into the backfield. Sproles has the ball to the outside. He goes. Touchdown, Eagles.
McCoy. And he's in for the touchdown. A terrific block by a couple. Kelsey the center and Ertz the tight end leading the way. That is an 11-yard touchdown run by LaShawn McCoy. Rushing touchdowns last week. Sanchez. Cooper, touchdown. And they work on Emerson. 3-yard touchdown throw by quarterback Mark Sanchez of the Eagles. And they've taken the lead. 3rd and 9. Cooper, what a catch! Touchdown! The Eagles
See the pullers coming around. Jason Kelsey does a great job. That's the one play you have to stop against this Eagle team.
Off the fake to McCoy. It is Jordan Matthews, the rookie out of Vanderbilt. And Matthews takes it all the way. 44 yards for an Eagles touchdown.
You know, you guys talked about Mark Sanchez when he was here in this stadium with the Jets. He looks like a completely different quarterback. Calm in the pocket and just looking downfield. Really comfortable in this offense that this Philadelphia.
Wide to the left. 2 tight ends. Now Polk comes in motion. Play clock winding down. 3rd and goal from the 1. Sanchez looking end zone. He throws. And he finds Brent Selleck for a Philadelphia touchdown.
A lot of time for that play to develop. Mark Selleck just pops out of the line of scrimmage. A nice crossing route wide open. Great throw by Sanchez.
Yards out of your running game. You can't get behind the chains against the Eagles defense like that.
Weatherford punting from his 16-yard line and is blocked. The Eagles do it again on special teams. And it is taken all the way back by Trey Burton for a Philadelphia touchdown. Following the block by James Casey. And for Steve Weatherford, that is the first time he has had a punt blocked in his 9-year NFL career.
Well, it all started with the snap. It sort of floated back.
And get that pass through.
Polk walks it in for an Eagles touchdown.
I'll tell you what, when that rhythm comes, we talked about it earlier, Kenny and Moose, I mean, when they aren't moving, they aren't moving.